Yo, what's going on, guys? The Yorkshire Biker here. So yes, welcome to part 2 on how to change the oil on a motorcycle, specifically the Triumph Tiger 800. If you want to find out what's happened in part 1, I will link it up above, so go and check that out now. Otherwise, stick around, stay tuned, and we'll get cracked on. So just before we do get going, basically what we've got is we've got the oil. The Triumph takes 3.5 litres. So obviously I bought 4. We've got a genuine OEM Triumph oil filter. We've got the crush washer, and we've bought a new sump plug. You probably didn't need to buy that one, but I don't know how many times that one's been in and out the original, so I thought probably best just to buy a new one to be on the safe side. So yeah, we'll get cracked on. Okay, so basically what we're doing is everything that we did in part 1 is going to be reversed. So we've got the oil filter. As you can see, it's a genuine Triumph one. You can get you can get third-party parts that are usually a little bit cheaper. But with stuff like this, I figure paying an extra couple of pounds is probably worth getting the genuine bits. It's probably less likely to fail. I mean, you'd assume it's a better quality, but who knows. So yeah, basically you've got the oil filter. It is just a screw cap. You can see the threads in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. But basically, simple. Just screws back on to where you took it off. I did clean down the surfaces before I did this. I did it at the end of the part 1 video. So that's on there. You just tighten it up. Only needs to be hand tight. They don't need to be super duper like torqued up. So that'll be on there. All cushy. First step complete. So what we'll do now, I've got my Allen keys somewhere. I did put the sump plug back in just to try and stop a little bit of oil leaking. I've had a bit of oil leak out where the oil filter goes, but what we'll do is we'll get the right Allen key. We'll take out the old sump plug now, if I know which way to push it. Come on. Didn't tighten it that much, Jesus. Or did I? So yeah, this is the old sump plug. Oh, that's probably why it's... Can we get something to get that? Yeah. Ah! Leaking oil. Only thing I've got. Shit. So it turns out, once you've drained the oil in your bike, you don't drain it all. There is some still left. So we'll just let that do what it needs to do. I think it's probably all gone now. So it's not... No, it's still there. Jesus Christ, man. Well, this has not gone to plan. Just give the engine a bit of wipe. See that it's on there still. It is an old cloth. You can use a new cloth if you want, but I'm not that bothered. So we'll, while that's draining, we'll get the washer and the plug out of the packets. So as you can see, we've got the new washer and the new plug. They obviously just go back in their original places. What we'll do is we'll move this out of the way, we'll get a quick wipe, and we'll get the plug back in as quick as we can. So let's give that on there a second. Get a bit of a wipe. Yeah, I mean, this has been sat here for 2 or 3 days now. And I thought I'd drained all the oil out. Obviously, it wasn't all gone, so leaving a tiny amount of oil in the bike isn't usually a problem. It's not going to kill the engine. Get Allen Key a bit of a wipe down as well. So what we'll do is we'll get the sump plug tightened up. Again, this doesn't need to be very tight. I think it's around 5-10 Newton meters again, maybe 15 at a max. But I've never really had an issue with any of them. All I do is just hand tight. Don't need to be over torqued. That's not going anywhere, that one. So yeah, that's the oil filter and the new sump plug in. What we'll do is we'll go around to the other side of the bike and we'll start filling her with oil. Right, okay, so we're on the opposite side of the bike now, and at the bottom of the engine on the Tigers you can see a little inspection window. Well, on the window, basically around the edge, there's two marks. You've got a lower and a higher one. So what I'm going to be doing is basically I'm going to put 3.5 litres of oil in. I'm assuming because there's only a minor little bit of oil left, the 3.5 litres are going to take it to the top mark, but we'll show you that in a second anyway. You can probably see it a little bit better than I can on camera. So you've got the higher one there and then the lower one. All you do to fill the oil is basically where your clutch casing is. You've got the little filler cap. All you need to do is unscrew that and put your oil in there. So that's what we'll do. So get it in. There we go. You have a drink, me babby. While it's going in, you can probably see the oil coming down into there. There you go, look. There you go. She's filling up nicely. She's filling up. Okay, so we've got 3.5 litres now in the bike. And if you get up close to the window, you can actually see, if I move the light, the level of the oil is pretty much bang on with the high mark, so all is good. So what we'll do now is we will put the bike in gear just to get it to do some revolutions, get some oil up into the top of the engine again. Because it has been sat for a while, there'll obviously be no oil up at the top. So we'll give it a bit of a spin over. We'll let it run for 10 minutes, get it warmed up. We'll then let the bike sort of we'll turn it off, let the oil drain, and then we'll remeasure the oil level. Okay, so yes, that's basically how to fit an oil filter and refill the oil on a bike, specifically the Tiger 800, but it does apply to pretty much all bikes. So that's the oil service all done. This is the Mini Yorkshire biker. He's got his motorbike. Is it like Daddy's?
No.
No. Is it faster than Daddy's?
No.
That's Daddy's, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
Dad.
Is it like Dad's?
No.
No. So yeah, if you've liked what you've seen, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you've not seen part 1, I will link that above, so go and check that out. But yeah, I think that's it. So as always, ride safe, keep the sticky side down, and until next time, I love you all.